Aaron.
We are the Extra Point Podcast. We have a pretty big show once again for you this week. Mock Draft 2.0 is here. How are you feeling about that right now, Aaron?
Dude, I it's weird to have people move whenever no football has been played, you know?
Yep.
It's like why are we moving these people? What exactly is coming out? Some players are having their pro days. That's really cool to see. Um, but also you wonder at this point, literally less than a month away from the draft, what are we seeing as a smoke screen that is
Mm-hmm.
intentionally trying to manipulate the media and then manipulating us into falling for the hype for certain players or saying this organization is not interested in these for for example, quick tangent, and we'll get to this when we talk about this pick, but
Yep.
um, Cowboys came out and said they're not taking injury riddled players,
Right.
which may be a smokescreen so that Jermod McCoy falls into their lap.
Cool.
We'll see. But
Yeah. I couldn't agree more. Pro days, I think it also gives you a chance to feel around what teams are really putting in the effort. I mean, you see a lot of appearance from teams within those top 10 situations that have those high draft picks. But to me, if they're at one and not others in force, that kind of gives you a rough estimate of where we're going, which again we'll get into later. On top of that, we had somewhat of a ruling, or at least the first domino, in my opinion, for the ref situation going on in the league. Um, crazy stuff. I really am nervous about actually where this is all going as a football fan. So we'll cover that to kick off the show.
oh shit, I forgot to run the intro. You want to do the intro?
That was.
Oh, my bad. My bad.
It's good. It's good.
There we go. Boom, boom, ba-da-dum, dum, dum. Kind of fire though, huh?
I love this intro.
All right. How
All
we
right,
feeling,
man.
man?
I'm feeling pretty good, man. Good day for probably Roger Goodell's party, if I had to really guess. A public sway is really surprisingly going in the NFL's direction for a change.
This is the ref stuff that you were talking about.
Yeah. So currently, the contract that the PA, or I guess in this situation the RA, has with the NFL is set to go out here. I think it's May, maybe May,
Okay.
um, or somewhere coming up. It might be March. No, we're in March. Um, anyway, that's set to come up, and they're trying to get a deal done before that happens, so they don't have to go into um, some really interesting spots, which we have seen. Um,
Sorry, I'm trying to
let
find
me.
the story.
Sure. Um, so from what I gathered, the new ruling that they passed was that New York can come in and overturn calls or make calls that were missed, um, and that kind of helps keep what's the word there? I'm trying to find it. It makes sure that they're staying consistent, um, and make sure that they're making the right calls. Uh, so apparently the NFL has offered. Um, well, let me backtrack a little bit. So with this new ruling, and it's only for 1 year. It's for this coming year. Any calls that are made on the field, like a PI or a I don't know, an offsides. The office in New York has the chance who by the way the office in New York covers the replays and stuff like that.
Hmm.
They'll get the chance to overrule something, or if they see like a pass interference that wasn't called, they can enforce that. So that's going to be a really tricky situation for the refs, and I think that takes away some of the leverage that they have.
I'm really confused by this whole thing. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I have a little bit of a hard time with it myself, but because these are situations we're gonna have to go into next season with, I'm trying to educate myself on them.
Right.
How many times have we sat there and been like, what is this ref even calling? Why wasn't that called? You know, uh, I think everybody, especially in the playoff run. I mean, we had the interception with Buffalo and who was that? Denver. That ended up sending Buffalo home.
I think that was. Oh, it was Denver. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Did the Jags play
So,
Buffalo the week before?
yeah, they did. They did.
Got it.
That was the. It's crazy because that interception that the defense for Buffalo made is what ended that game, and then Josh Allen threw a pick. Wicked writing that. But yeah, I mean that could have been a situation where it's like, no, he was, pass interference before the ball was even picked off, or hey,
Hmm.
he had control of that to the ground. New York's calling that a completed catch, not an interception. This sways things for whatever the script writers have in place. Uh,
So the Chiefs
so,
are winning the Super Bowl again. Got it.
some quick things. I have a lot here, but I'll try to bullet point this. As we were talking before stream, in 2012, the league and the refs association weren't able to get to a talking agreement, or pen to paper agreement, I should say. And we had the ref lockout, which replacement refs were brought in at I think July. I said right.
Hmm.
We had some really bad calls. We had the Fail Mary. There were several games that these replacement refs that had just learned all of this came in, made a lot of bad calls. The biggest thing I think we need to say is that we as fans, we don't want this to happen, because I think the already huge amount of people who complain about the refs, which some warranted, some not, some's a little extreme. It is what it is. That's sports. Um,
It's my
we
favorite
already
part of
have
football.
well, we
Like,
already have a lot of that. So, I mean, to bring in people who aren't well regulated in the system are going to make even more of those brain dead decisions. So,
yeah, I don't know, man. If the game is won or lost with officiating, you didn't play well enough. I think is just the way that these teams have to take it going forward. Is just like play safe, play clean. Don't even try to get away with dirty stuff.
yeah,
You could wipe out, any chance at a positive play. It's there are bound to be tough calls that have to be made, and you're not gonna please everybody. I think of
right.
the Lions Cowboys game from like 2 years ago that the Lions are still pissed off about. But you know what?
Well,
It
think
is what it
about
is.
the Green Bay Dallas game. Dez's catch. A
Don't
lot
get
of
me started, bro. Don't get me
but
started, bro.
this is one of those situations. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like these have every right to be not very impactful to a season, but these could be monumental moments for a team. You know what I'm saying? But I do
Conspiracy
agree.
theory. Conspiracy theory.
Oh,
The NFL doesn't fix the refereeing because it causes iconic cultural moments like that.
ooh, I like that. I like that.
Heard it here
I,
first.
I
Dez's catch was engineered. No, I'm kidding. We're not a script show. I don't believe in the script.
All right. So, from what I understand, um, the biggest sign that this is not going to work out is that NFL owners are not allowed to speak to media about the situation. For some, I don't know why the owners' words would have any kind of sway in things. Maybe that's leverage to be let loose or something.
Yeah.
But they are not allowed, and that's a really bad sign. Um, both sides, from what I understand, are not close to a deal at all. The NFL offered the association a 6-year labor deal, uh, and I have some numbers here. I'm not really good with the numbers. 6.45 annual growth rate and compensation, while the NFLRA is insisting on 10%. So right there we have what 3 point something is our difference here. Um,
They're looking
and
for
I
a
thought this
raise.
was pretty much yes, yes. They want more money
Fucking do it.
for the refs.
If the cap goes up every fucking year, just pay the refs.
Well,
Pay
and
them
I
full
have a
time.
really thank you. Thank you. I was about to say I have something about that we'll bring back. You beat me to it. Yes, dude.
Pay
Yes.
them full
You
time,
have
bro.
to just get them full time. That way you have the people ready to go. It's brain dead that we're sitting here filing out year to year contracts. I mean, don't get me wrong. That full time contract is going to be money. It's going to be such a big hit. But
I,
you're
I guess
expanding.
the question is what do they do in the off season if they're full time? Is it just training for however long? Do
We'll
the
get
refs
into
get
that.
an off season?
So they have what's called like a dark time or something like that, and that's post Super Bowl.
They should
Um,
get some vacation time if
well,
you
and
know.
that was a big part that the association wants is benefits for the refs. Which I
Well,
mean, yeah, but
no
you're
job's
gonna
gonna give
work
you
full
benefits.
time.
Yeah, no job gives you benefits part time, dude.
Yep.
Trust me. My job don't. I bet your job don't, DJ. Like our 9 to 5s outside of this. So I'm just saying.
Yeah. Um. So to piggyback off that, because that's right next to where we're going, the league is trying to shorten the dark period after the Super Bowl, insisting on performing officials to perform at spring leagues for extra reps. Um, and that would coincide with them also ending the seniority system that they have for the playoff assignments. So you get them into spring, you get them learning and practicing and doing more earlier, and I think that only benefits their calls amongst all of that.
Uh, How does that even work though? The UFL is a whole different company. You can't just send refs over there.
Is it though? Is it not owned by the NFL?
No, the UFL is owned by The Rock.
Fair
I'm
enough. Fair
pretty
enough.
sure.
Either way, I mean, depending on contracts that are made there, whatever the business coexistence there is, and the symbiosis, whatever that is, that probably goes here as well. I would imagine.
Yeah.
Um, so the biggest difference I've noticed in looking into this is that between now and 2012, it seems like the league kind of learned its lesson, um, which is crazy to say because I think all of us agree that the NFL kind of just does what it wants. Um, the league is looking to bring in D1, D2, and D3 refs to come in if this lockout happens. Um, as of right now, yeah, okay. But as to opposed to 2012, they didn't have the replacements in until July, um, and that I believe is the leverage that the NFL thinks it has. Whether or not the
Hmm.
refs association takes it that way and wants it to be against them, I don't think it's as deep of a leverage push for the NFL as I think it might be. Um, I personally think that the amount of games that refs have to perform at compared to other sports isn't even close. Um,
Oh,
you hear
sorry.
me?
I was waving to our viewer.
Oh, okay.
My
um,
bad.
you,
What are we
I
talking about,
missed the.
EJ?
So we're talking about the ref association and the NFL's current stalemate. Um, in order to have a competent ref crew officiating these games, they want more money, and the NFL isn't looking to do that. Anyway, uh, refs are making more annual per game in the NFL than any other sport is already. So to sit there and say, we're not making as much money when really, when you break down the math, they are making even more. It's just not a flat amount more.
Hmm.
Um, I don't know. I think the association's kind of being greedy here. But again, I think if you're gonna do this, just put them full time. Put them full time. Put them on a contract for full time work.
Hmm.
Get your systems in place, and any refs that don't want to play that game, then you don't hire them. I think it's as simple as that.
Yeah. Deadass. There was this. There was a stat with what's the the ref that does all the Kansas City games. The fucking tall one that's like
Oh,
crazy jacked for no
yeah,
reason.
yeah. I know who you're talking about.
And it's something like if he's refing the Chiefs over the last like 3 years or something, they're like 80% win rate or something.
No
Now
way.
now
That's
I'm not clipping that. I'm not posting that percentage because I don't want to
this
get
is all
flamed for not.
speculation.
Yeah, I don't have the stat with me, so I don't want to like claim it. But there are some questionable things I've seen from the refs over the last few years, and I do
Yeah.
think having people more invested in the job in a full time role. I mean, dude, a part time job, you don't even care enough about the job to make it your main job. Like,
Yeah, dude, some of these
you
refs
know what
are
I mean?
lawyers. Some of these refs are lawyers out. It's not even their main focus in life. you know?
That's crazy. Yeah, like you should be scared to be fired. You know what I mean?
Well, you mentioned the KC ref. There was while I was listening to stuff about the first lockout, there was a ref who was a huge Saints fan, and they didn't catch it until like several weeks into the season, and this guy was
Yeah.
making those calls. So I mean, if you get them on full time, you get to vet these guys. You don't have to worry about last minute changes.
Hmm.
This is all part of a process that's going to better the integrity of the game, which
Yeah.
we were talking about last week.
I agree, man. Anything else on the ref
Yeah,
situation?
just get them full time, man. What are we doing? Why are we playing games, man? Just get it done.
You ready to start this mock?
I am, buddy. Let's get right into mock draft 2.0, motherfucker.
Mine did not change much, but it did
Cool, cool.
change.
Yeah, mine too. Mine was a couple things moved around here, and I have trades.
You have trades? Oh, are we doing?
Yep.
Ah, damn it! You didn't tell me we were doing trades.
Well, I mean,
Ah,
I don't hate it. You know, we mentioned possible, so I went and did some anyway. On those situations, we'll change it around as we do. But I'll let you know if I have a trade here.
let me know what you. Yeah, my damn it. Okay, next one we'll do for sure trades. We'll both be on the same. I didn't do any trades. Sorry to spoil. Um,
All good. All good.
Speaking of a team that's definitely not trading, this number one pick. Do we have to talk about it?
No, we don't. We don't. There's no change here.
Fernando Mendoza is already shopping for real estate in fucking Las Vegas.
Las Vegas.
I I did have a change at my number two pick.
As did I.
Oh shoot, I don't even have our old one pulled up. Dang it. Okay. Uh, Actually, sorry. I literally just thought that would be such a good thing to have pulled up right now.
Yeah,
Don't
no
you
doubt.
think?
No doubt.
While we're doing pause.
There she is. Okay. All right.
So last time we chose Arvel
So
Reese.
my change from this one. Yeah. So I have Arvel Reese here
That's
this
so
time in
funny. I
my
have
my
David
draft.
Bailey. Um, I have David Bailey
Ooh.
because the more I thought about their roster, the more I thought if you're building for the future, you want to go trench play. They do need some edge help. Their linebacker core isn't the worst on their team, and I have them going corner later. So I was thinking
Mm-hmm.
David Bailey, but I Arvo Reese has been mocked number two for so long. I'm not mad going there.
Sure. Sure. The only thing I would say that beats out uh, Tyson here, or not Tyson, Bailey. The only thing I have that beats out Bailey here is that Arvel Reese likes to play the edge. That's where he prefers to be. That's where he wants to be. I
Yeah, I
imagine
think.
they're
Yeah. No, you're right. You're right. Sorry. Go on.
well. Just he has that multi-tier and multi-position availability. So I think when you're getting somebody who has two different traits for positions that he can play, you're going to utilize that. Look at Travis Hunter, look at Abdul Carter, look at Micah Parsons. These are all players that can play off, in other positions that aren't traditional to what they're coming out of the draft as.
I think I did overthink this a little bit. Although Reese has been at the top of this draft because he's so athletic and because he is a
Right.
multi-position player. He's just playing up. The Jets need all the help they can get. I'm cool with Arvel Reese because you made a good point there.
Cool,
Which is
cool.
funny because I had Arizona taking Arvel Reese because he was so good. But
Yeah.
on our 1.0, we had David Bailey as three. Who do you got?
I have David Bailey staying at 3.
All right, one, two,
So,
three.
ironically enough,
Surefire.
yep, yep, lock him in.
Okay,
I,
draft
I
starts at
think,
4.
yeah, I think the one swerve that would happen here is that maybe they take Ruben Bain, them being Arizona, over Bailey. But I think we're at agreement at this point that he's gonna fall.
Hmm.
So Tennessee,
Yeah, I
Tennessee,
think yeah, Bane could fall. I actually, who do we have? We had them taking Jeremiah Love.
yep,
I do not have them taking Jeremiah Love.
I do not either.
I have them taking. I have them taking somebody who has slid up draft boards. Um, last time I made a case for Carnell Tate. I still
Right.
kind of think Carnell Tate, but Robert Sala is there, and I think he wants to make a defensive impact. And I think they have a great edge room. They just got an awesome linebacker. They need they need Sonny Styles. They need just a young, fucking hit him in the mouth kind of guy. that's sliding up these. He's got all the athleticism, all the immeasurables. He killed the combine. He's the hot name. I think the Titans want to set the culture with Sonny Styles.
Sure.
What do you think?
I have them also taking Sunny Styles.
Yo, let's go. Okay, I thought you were gonna fight
I
me on that
agree.
because I thought you would want your Giants to take him.
I really do, and I really do. But the more we itch towards the draft, the more I'm worried he's not going to make it. And I think Dayball's going to really or not Dayball, sorry. Sala. Sala knows what he needs here, and
Hmm.
Sonny Styles is going to be an absolute monster on that team. So I hate it. I hate it. I really do because I really want Sonny in New York. Just not
We
with
could,
the Tennessee
yeah,
Giants.
we could be overthinking it. It could be they made all those moves in free agency, so they're gonna get the best offensive weapon, which would be Carnell Tate, besides Fernando
Sure.
Mendoza. But
No, no. The Cardinal Tate's not the best offensive weapon here.
Jeremiah Love,
Correct. Correct.
number 5, the Giants.
I have our first trade.
No, what? Okay,
Hmm.
who do you think trades up?
So I think the Saints trade up, and I don't think it costs them a
Saints
whole lot.
at number 8. Okay, I'm
Yeah.
I'm assuming a switch, like a first round
Yes.
switch plus something plus what?
I said a third and a seven. The
Okay,
Giants don't have a third this year. A seven is a seven. You know, it is what it is. Um, I don't think the Giants need a whole lot to move off here. I think if a team offers them and their guys aren't here, they're willing to go.
okay. Who do you think the Saints move up for?
Jeremiah Love.
Okay. Do you think they move up for Jeremiah Love because they're afraid one of these three teams will take him?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, maybe not the Browns, but I think if Jeremiah Love is available, Washington definitely jumps on it.
Yeah.
Yep. And what better way to stick it to a division rival, right? Hey, we know you guys kind of talked about it. Are you serious? Well, not really. What are you offering? Well, we want Jeremiah Love. You know Washington wants it. Here's your third that you're
Yeah.
missing and an extra piece of maybe a fourth or a fifth or a sixth or something, whatever. Don't let them go to Washington. Let us come get them.
I'm going to see if they'll accept the trade. I kind of don't want to do trades in this one because I didn't plan on it, but that
Sure,
could be fun
sure.
also.
I can tell you right now.
Current 8 for current 5, and then
And
New
then
York 3rd.
no, 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 no.
Oh,
It would
New
be
Orleans
yeah.
3rd. You do have a third round. Oh, that's 2027.
Yeah.
Third round would be 132, right?
Yes. Or no, I think it'd be 73.
I think that's
No,
still second
no, I
round.
think it would. Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right. My bad. My bad.
Oh,
Hmm.
oh wait. Likely accept next year's second.
Second.
That's kind of wild. They'll
There you
take
go.
they'll
Right
take the
there.
end of the second.
Yeah, I'd be cool with that too.
So it'd be a first, a second, and a seventh.
For the fifth. I mean, do you think that's a fair trade?
I think this would be better. I'm so curious. Damn. Damn. Anyways, sorry, we've wasted a lot of time on that. I didn't even
So,
get to my pick. I have y'all taking Francis
yeah.
Mawanoa.
Yeah.
I think Francis Mawanoa jumps Spencer Fano. I think Spencer Fano does fall a little bit. I think he's easily the best offensive tackle in this draft. I was actually watching tape the other day. I was watching because I was like, I wonder who are the best offensive linemen. So I did change a few of my O line picks. BT
Cool,
Dubs.
cool. I
And
mean,
Malinois, I have
I don't know.
going to y'all because I see that as a big need for you. I mean, you shore up the run game and the quarterback play. Those are people
Yeah.
are saying go freaking running back with Jeremiah Love, but it doesn't really matter if you can't create the lanes. And then I think you're gonna hate me for saying this. The biggest hole on your team, it seems like, actually is Jackson Dart, and that's praise for Jackson Dart or for the rest of the team's construction over this offseason. By the way,
Bro, you don't fuck with Jackson Dart like that, do you?
dude, I don't know. I just got to see it again. I just got to see it again.
Yeah. Yeah, it's okay. You watch, motherfucker.
It's
Keep doubting my boy.
so many moving parts in one off season. It's not usually good for a rookie quarterback to lose their head coach going into the second season. Also,
Sure.
sophomore slump. Also,
Sure.
tough division. Also,
Sure.
bad record. Also, losing culture. I just
I
want to
have
see
one
it. I want
answer
to
to
see it
all of that.
together.
I have one answer to all of that.
What? Jameis Winston.
John fucking Harbaugh.
Okay. All right. All right. All right. Who do you want to put for the Giants to take?
So I mean, I traded us out, so I'm cool with uh, who'd you say, Mawanoa,
Yeah,
or you said Fano, right?
I said Malinois. I've had you take
I,
Fano in the past, but I think Malinois is better for y'all.
go ahead and take it, just because I obviously didn't have a pick here. Um, Dude,
My bad.
I'm having Evan Neal PTSD. Like Evan Neal and Saquon Barkley have ruined me taking an O lineman and a running back in the first round. I don't want
Yeah,
it. Trade or
Saquon
buy it,
shouldn't have
dude.
ruined it. Saquon shouldn't have
Dude,
ruined nothing. I think
he went and won a ring for the Eagles, bro. How could that not ruin it for me?
what ruined it is that they chose Daniel Jones over Saquon just to let Daniel Jones go.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. It's
the
all.
answer was Saquon. The
Yeah,
answer
yeah. It
was
was.
you keep Saquon. If you let go of Daniel Jones, or like a year or two before, you could have had a CJ Stroud. Knowing y'all, you'd end up
That's a
with
crazy thought.
Anthony Richardson, but you know what I mean.
That's vile. That's vile.
Anyways, the
You see,
Browns.
let's see,
What's
who
up?
did I have on here? Okay. Did you see the thing that this is a side tangent, but the thing that Adam Schefter put out about Anthony Richardson?
Yeah, he was like nobody wants him.
Nobody, dude. Absolutely no trade market. Okay. Who do you have for Cleveland?
I have the Cleveland Browns fixing, hopefully, their wide receiver woes and taking Carnell Tate. I
Wow.
had them in the last one taking offensive line, Spencer Fano, which I think is, yeah, who we agreed on.
Yep.
But they did a lot in free agency to fix. They brought in Titus Howard, uh, the other guy I can't remember the name of right now, but they brought in some pieces. So I think their O
Brought back
line's
some pieces too.
pretty. It wouldn't be a bad thing to go O line. Malinoa's gone. You could take Fano, but who's Shador or Dylan Gabriel, or I guess Deshaun Watson, throwing the ball to Jerry
I mean, are
Judy
we gonna keep?
and
Yeah.
the Muppets.
Yeah.
Like I don't
Yep.
know. If you're trying to, I like the idea of selling the fan base on Tate and Judy.
Sure.
Not bad.
Sure.
What do you think?
I also have them taking Carnell tape.
Great minds.
Yep, we're ripping. We're ripping.
Um, okay, I changed my pick
Washington.
for Washington. Last time we had them taking Caleb Downs.
Right,
Who you
right.
got? Who you got
Ruben
him
Bain.
taking?
I have them taking
Ruben
Ruben.
Bain. I have. That's who we agreed. No, we said Caleb Downs last time. I
Mm-hmm.
think Ruben Bain falls. I had them taking Spencer Fano. Um,
Oh, okay.
Jaden was getting beat up left and right last
Yeah.
year. Um,
I don't
and they
hate
just
that.
signed Adafe Owe. They just signed Adafe Owe in free agency and gave him a big ass contract. They kind of have edge. Now I will say, Bain and Adafe. All of a sudden, your pass rush is scary.
Yeah, yeah, and I don't think Odafe stops you from tapping into that market at all. I think it's exactly what you said. You put those two together, now we're talking about some serious pass rushing capability.
Bain's the number three on here. You want to rip Bain?
I would like to. I would also highly expect them to take Jeremiah Love here too, though.
Yeah, if he's still on the board, which it looks like he is, but we're gonna rip Bain because he's the higher one.
Cool, cool.
Speaking of Jeremiah
Saints.
Love, I have New
um.
Orleans taking Jeremiah Love.
Okay. Yeah, I mean I'm cool with that. I in my trade down have the Giants taking Caleb Downs here. Um, but I mean they don't have to move up in this scenario, so yeah, rip it. I think
Yeah.
Alvin Kamara's time is definitely coming to an end in New Orleans. Who better to replace him with than the next Saquon Barkley? We're assuming here.
Hmm.
The Saints have a really good history of drafting running backs and them becoming really elite players. So
Yeah.
Jeremiah Love could easily fit into that statistic.
Absolutely. I think you get a young quarterback like Shuck, and Shuck's
Yep,
shown some talent. He's shown some
some
flashes,
flashes.
and you set him up with a really solid running back, someone that can give the arm a rest to someone who likes to fucking. Shuck's got an arm, man. He can shuck it. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
Uh, so be in between whenever he's throwing to Olave and whoever they grab in the second round. Spoiler for next week. I think they take a receiver in this class to pair up because Devon Vele is a three. I'm sorry, but I don't know. Jeremiah Love feels good.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. I'm absolutely okay with that. That's the same argument I had for Tennessee doing with Tennessee taking Jeremiah Love.
Hmm. Who do you
All
have
right,
for Kansas?
for Kansas, Mawanoa. But I mean, I'm cool swapping that out with Fano here.
Malinoa, right? Because they do need some offensive line help.
Yep.
Uh, who do I have? Oh, I have Mansour Delane. I was
Wow.
thinking
Okay.
they just let go of their top corner and their top safety. They need
Yeah.
secondary bad, and they have a history of literally drafting the top corner in a draft, building them up to be the best in the league, and then shipping them out once they've done it like 3 or 4 times. They just keep flipping these corners, and Mansour Delane's been
Okay.
climbing draft charts.
Okay. I mean, I don't hate that by any means. I guess the question would come down to whether or not we're uh, vitalizing the O line to keep Patrick Mahomes from having another injury, or if we're trying to keep
Yeah,
the defense that's won us championships.
I will say Jawan Taylor's a problem,
Yeah,
straight up. And I
yeah,
actually,
yeah.
I would, I was looking at offensive line because I was like, you got to shore up. Jawan Taylor, I believe, is on the left. That's Mahomes' weak
Okay.
side, and he's been running for his life. You are right.
Yep.
I guess with my thing was with Malagoa. and Fano gone. Do we have Fano gone?
Not yet.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was about to say I don't know what other offensive linemen would sneak into the top
Lamu.
10 besides maybe Lomu or Ione. I'll go Fano. I'll
Yeah,
go
I'm
Fano.
cool with that. I think there's other corners down the road we can get. I mean, Avion Terrell's there, probably at 29.
Hmm.
McCoy might be off the board by then.
Yeah,
Uh, I mean, hell, dude, they could go
man.
Thieneman here for all we know if they want to take care of
Yeah,
that defense that you're talking about.
Mansour Delane is climbing charts, and we have like four cornerback needy teams directly in front of us. I'm really getting scared.
Ooh boy, I am
Um,
only fully praying for your downfall.
yeah, the Cincinnati
All right.
Bengals.
Yep. Yep.
I had the Bengals
Um,
taking somebody who is off our board. I had them taking Reuben Bain. Who do you
Ruben
have them
Bain,
taking?
Keldrick Folk.
Whoa, he's top 10, you think?
I don't know if he's necessarily top 10, but I think they take the best edge available, um, and really try to replace that Hendrickson loss.
Hendrickson.
Yep.
I was thinking about Edge. Well, oh, well, in my draft, yeah, I had Reuben Bain available, and he was the best Edge
Yep.
available.
And if you check our last draft, I believe we hit edge for them too last time, and that might have been Ruben Bain.
Uh,
It was.
yeah, we
It
did have
was
Reuben
Ruben
Bain
Bain.
falling to them. Here's my thing. Let's. Oh, that's why I had this one open. Where are
AFC
they at?
North.
Bengals. Their defense is pretty atrocious, right? I don't even remember any
Mm-hmm.
moves that they made. Boya Mafe's okay at edge. I don't know if
BJ
they
Hill
still
is
have
all
him.
right. Jonathan
Demetrius
Allen's
Knight.
old.
Dude, this safety corner room is doo doo.
Oh, so what do we think?
Absolute garbage.
You think Mansour Delaney here then?
Downs?
Down. Caleb Downs still on our board?
Caleb Downs is still available. Spoiler, I had Miami taking him with the next pick, but
Wow. Wow. Um,
you think Downs is a Bengal?
in this
Or do you want
situation,
to.
in this situation, I think it's either Downs or the best edge, and I think they take Downs in that scenario.
Yeah, like
100%.
your defense is ass. Take the best player available. Have one good player in your secondary at least.
Yep. Yep.
Um,
And he's a pretty good leader, and he plays down
yeah.
low too. He's very good at run support as well.
Who do you
Miami.
have the Dolphins taking? Miami. I just said it. I had Caleb Downs, but he's off our board now.
I had Jordan Tyson.
You were calling him second round last. You said he's fallen
I
to the
still
second
feel it.
round. You
I
don't give a
still feel it. I still feel it.
Okay.
But it feels like a very Miami thing to do to take the most injury riddled receiver in this situation.
And it is a need. It is a need now. I'm trying to
Yep,
look. Did
it
I
is.
have them taken? Don't they have a late round pick?
Yes, number 30.
A late first round.
Number 30.
Damn it! I never changed fucking Denver. Okay, whatever. I guess you can have the number 30 pick. Jordan Tyson. I like it. I like it a lot. They that'd be great to pair up with um, Malik Willis. You know.
I agree. I agree. The Cowboys. One of two.
Cowboys. Okay. in my draft, I did not have Mansour Delane falling to us. So, and Caleb Downs is gone. 12 could end up biting us in the ass. Like 12 is it's just far enough to where a lot of the premium players are taken. I had us reaching for Dylan Thieneman, but if Mansour Delane's still on our thing here, I like Mansour Delane. What are your
I
thoughts?
also I also have y'all taking Mansour Delane. I think regardless of who's there, unless it's Chiefs, Bengals, and Miami back to back to back, you're getting an elite corner one way or another.
Okay, I'm going to manifest that and choose Mansour Delane.
I'm
Please,
gonna
for the love of God.
manifest. I'm gonna manifest that him and Terrell are off the board before.
Yeah, I would love Terrell. I almost said Terrell for a 20 pick, but
I mean,
the
that's not
Rams. Who do you
terrible.
got, buddy?
I've got Lomu.
You do have Lomu,
I
offensive
do have
lineman.
Lomu.
I had Makai Lemon
Oh, okay.
because I still don't know if Devontae's staying on that team, and it does seem like they're going all in to win.
There was something I read that came out, and I can't remember the source that reported it, but apparently they were considering trading Devontae and that they were shopping him, and that like it got to the point where McVay went out of his way to tell Devontae, look, we're shopping you.
Yeah, I saw something like that, and that's why I was like, should they be looking for a three? Like, is it one of those things where it's Devontae's last year or something, you know? And they're just
Puka's
like
got
they have
a
the
contract extension coming.
right. So maybe it's like, hey, before we give Puka this extension, before we let Devontae go, let's get a three that can impact the team now. Really
Interesting.
spread out that ball. We know Stafford's got hurt back. He's not exactly a scrambler. You get him as many weapons out there as you possibly can. Is what I'm thinking.
Why did I do that? Oh my lord! I just realized I made a mistake. Um, yeah.
But Lomu, he's right here. He's the next. I mean,
I don't. I don't hate Makai Lemon here. I just do
it
we
does
think
feel a
he's
little
top
forced.
20. Yeah, it does. I don't think he's top 20. Yeah.
The
You know what?
we could go
We
Caleb
could.
Lomu.
Well, yeah, I'm cool with taking Loma. We could also take CJ Allen here.
You think C.J. Allen goes 13?
I think linebacker is a need for the Rams.
Their defense is stacked. Nate Landman, Byron Young, Jared Verse. I don't know,
Jared
man.
versus a off ball linebacker or an on the line linebacker. I think that might
Honestly,
be a
looking
sleeper
at
pick there,
this,
dude.
what?
Them taking CJ Allen.
Okay, you want to do C.J.
I,
Allen?
I I think it'd be good.
Bet. Baltimore Ravens.
Who you got?
Oh, what did we have last time for? Oh, we had Keldrick Falk going to the Rams. Good edge player.
And then Ione to Baltimore.
I still have Ione to Baltimore. I think he's a great player. I think he's top 20 easy. Um,
Okay.
Definitely top three offensive lineman for sure.
I have them taking Peter Woods.
Peter Woods.
Yep,
I don't
I
think
think they try to shore up that defensive line.
I had Peter Woods going to Chicago later on. Interesting. Who do you have Ione going to?
Cleveland at 24.
Cleveland at 24. That's crazy. So, because I have Peter Woods going to 25, which is Chicago.
I have a trade involving Chicago at 25.
Who's your pick? You said Peter Woods. He is rated
Peter
higher on
Woods.
here, so we'll go Peter Woods.
Cool, cool, cool.
Put him next to Hendrickson.
Yep, yep.
Number 15. Last time we had Akeem Mesidor.
I
Very good
have
edge
him
that's
going.
still on the board.
I have Messidor staying at 15.
Really?
Yep.
I have Keldrick Falk.
He
I
is on
don't.
the
Did
board
you
here
have
still.
him go? Yeah, I had Keldrick Falk. They're both edges, and I think that's a huge need for them.
Hmm.
Their offense should fucking churn. Um, Keldrick Falk and who'd you say? Akeem Mesidor. You want to run with Falk since he's higher?
Uh, uh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yep, that's
The
totally fine.
Jets. Who you got for the Jets?
You're not ready for this.
Uh oh.
Ty
What?
Simpson.
Ty Simpson is not a first round quarterback, buddy. I'm sorry to tell you.
Uh,
He's
no,
not a
no,
first
don't
round
get me wrong.
quarterback. You think?
I I don't disagree with you in the slightest, but I think it happens. I think the Jets pull the trigger on their next shot at QB. They rack it up here and fuck themselves. Well, actually, I don't really think they fuck themselves. I think Ty Simpson has enough ability to be good, and maybe not get them to a Super Bowl, but be decent in the league. Look how many first round picks they have next year to put around him. He won't start this year. Gino has already been named the starter. You let him sit behind Gino for a year, learn what he can, and then you put all the weapons you can around him next year. And that's not even
Or you
accounting free
tank
agency.
for RJ. You tank for Archie Manning or Dante Moore. Or you take Drew Aller in the third. I don't know, man.
I don't know. I feel like it's a very Jets thing to do. I think they really like him. To me, it makes a lot of sense.
He's ranked number 33 on here.
Yeah, yeah.
I just don't see it, man. Maybe if they like traded back into the first, if they
Okay,
traded back into the first with a team like Seattle. Well,
true.
Seattle has some needs. With a
Yeah,
team
they do.
like freaking, Houston
The
or
Chiefs, maybe.
the Chiefs, yeah, right? You trade
Uh,
back into there and you say, "Hey, we got our two players. We want to go ahead and do what you're saying." I could see that, but I think it's a reach, man.
okay, hey,
I
that's
don't
fine.
know. I have
If
Jermod McCoy.
that makes sense to me.
It's their sauce replacement. It's okay. It's who we had last time. It's their sauce replacement.
Run it.
Who else is in their secondary? The Lions.
Okay.
Oh, I
I
changed who
have
I had. Who did we have last time?
Lomu.
Lomu. Who'd you got?
Lomu's still on the board here.
He is.
I have him taking Monroe Freeling.
Dude, we're on the same wavelength. I have them taking Monroe Freeling.
Run it. Run it. I
Best
like that.
offensive lineman available. Hell
Well,
yeah.
I mean, in this situation, do we take Freeling over Lomu?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think
Okay.
so.
All right.
Because we
Cool.
both were
Cool.
locked
That's
in
fine.
on Freeling.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Um, the
Minnesota.
Vikings. The the more I read like about what other people are mocking, the more I kind of see where they're gearing towards. It feels like Thieneman is a Viking. It feels
Yep.
like Thieneman is a freaking Viking. And
Yeah.
I think that's who we
I
chose
think.
last time.
Yeah, it is.
No,
Oh, that's right because he
it's
went already, right?
he
Yep.
went to the
Yep.
Dolphins last time. They need safety.
Uh, I
I
mean,
actually had them staying with Emmanuel McNeil Warren because on my draft mock I had Dallas taking Dylan Thieneman.
wow. Okay.
Well, it was because in my
Interesting.
draft, Mansour Delane was gone.
Sure. Sure.
So
No, I'm cool with Thieneman. That is the best safety available. They obviously like that's the one position I think they hit no matter what this draft in the first round.
I agree. Who you got for the Panthers, buddy?
Spencer Fano.
Oh, and we already ripped Fano.
Did we? Yeah.
Yeah, he went to the Chiefs at 9.
So
I think he's up there, man.
in my opinion, then it would if for this scenario, I think they take best offensive lineman available, which would be Lomo, or
Hmm.
we stick with last season of the last one and take Kenyon Sadiq.
I'm falling in love with the Kenyon Sadiq pick.
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
Tommy Trimble is good, but I think Canales comes from that. Canales comes from the McVay tree, right?
yes,
And they love their tight end packages. And you could have two really good tight ends and Kenyon Sadiq and Tommy Tremble. I don't see them taking another receiver. And then you said Fano.
I did, I did. In this
Get
case, it'd be yeah,
letting go of Rico, you do need to help out your run game. And Bryce Young could use all the help he could get.
yeah. I
I don't
agree.
hate it. You want to go Lomu?
Yeah, I do. I think
Bet.
the O line's the best choice. I mean, those first three picks right there, Lomu, Lemon, and Sadiq, I think are easily picks for him there.
Bet, dude. The Dallas Cowboys pick
Yeah.
20. I had us taking C.J. Allen, um,
Yep.
linebacker is a need, and I had him available on mine. The
He's
next
gone here.
available linebacker, I know. The next available linebacker, Jacob
Holy shit.
Rodriguez is a second rounder. So, and here we
Well,
got
scroll up.
a
Or no, never
corner.
mind, never mind. We already took corner. What
If it
safety is
falls
available?
to this, yeah, if it falls to this, I almost want to say just shore up that defensive line
Messidor's
some more.
still there, bro.
I know.
Ooh, Messidor's kind of tempting there. I don't hate Christian Miller there too, but I think it's a little high for him.
Honestly, if it falls to this, take Sadiq.
You have Ferguson.
I know, and I love our tight end room. I just don't like Shoemaker. Sadiq,
I,
Ferguson, Brevin Spanford, bro. Jeez.
I don't think it makes sense.
I know, I know.
Katie
Dang,
McDonald's interesting there, dude. I think you
he
guys
can
on
play.
this. That's sorry. Go ahead.
We have Quentin Williams. We did get rid of
That is true.
Odigizua, for seemingly no reason. I mean, we got Rashawn Gary, so we have a solid defensive line. There's nothing wrong with some depth there, especially push one or two players like a freaking Overshone's already kind of in the linebacker position, but you could push like a. No, you need Quinnen on the front. I don't know.
Well,
You
so
could
you
push someone
guys,
to
you guys
linebacker.
are, you guys got rid of Odezua because you're changing the scheme. You're going to a
Yeah,
3-4, I believe,
4-3,
or four
three
three,
four.
four
So we
three.
need more linebackers,
I think
and we
I think
can't.
Messidor's the pick here, bro.
Let's do Mesdor. He. It says edge on here, but he's definitely fluid with that.
Mm-hmm.
He can play a few different positions. I would be ecstatic to get Mesdor. Bet. Fuck it.
Pittsburgh, Pittsburgh.
Okay, who do you got for Pittsburgh?
So I actually had them trading down with the Bears here.
Okay, and
Yep,
what are the ins and outs of that?
I don't remember. I think I think it was a future second and this year's fifth
Okay, so it would
for
be
21.
pick 21. Would they swap
For
or no?
yep. This year's it was a pick swap and then there you go.
Oh,
Boom.
look, they'll just accept that right off the bat.
Yep. I would throw in like a fifth and call that a day. It's only 4 spots. No. For Chicago.
Oh, right. They're accepting that no matter what, huh? I had them taking Caden Proctor, offensive lineman. I figured your quarterback is up in the air, whether or not you're running Old Man Rogers or Will Howard for some reason, or Kirk Cousins. You're gonna need um, some offensive line help. Your defense is already looking pretty solid. Um, who did you have the Bears taking? Who would they move up to get 4 spots?
I had them taking Caden McDonald.
Yeah, Kenny McDonald, defensive tackle. I had. Oh, I've kept Kenny McDonald going a little bit later. What do you want to rip?
Okay. Um, I like
They're
the O
right
line
next to
for.
each other.
I like the O line for 'em. They need it.
Well, and this one, Iona is still available.
Yeah. Yep. I think you take
They
Iona
need
here.
Iona. Yeah,
Yep.
absolutely. That's crazy that he fell. That's actually wild.
Yeah. And you know what's crazy too is that he's like probably that's funny. He's probably the most clean prospect in this draft, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Wait, what do you mean? Like physically?
Yeah, put together, like he's probably the most complete one we have in here.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Fernando Mendoza.
True.
That dude
All
is
right.
SpongeBob.
Chargers, baby. Who you got?
The Los Angeles Chargers. I have them going corner. I have them taking Avion Terrell.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Holy shit. That's crazy. Go ahead. I mean, do we need to talk about Tyrell? He's electric, and that's pretty fitting.
Honestly, yeah. If Terrell is available for the Cowboys at either pick, they should take him. But um, for the Chargers, I don't know. They could go edge if there's an edge they deem worthy. At this point, doesn't. I mean, you go Kristen Miller. They definitely need to go defense. Is what I'm saying.
the who look on our edge or our thing here and scroll up like our picks so far. Is he gone yet?
Who?
Malachi Lawrence.
Malachi Lawrence. Max Ianacre. Ooh, he's projected top second round. I was just thinking. I didn't even research this one. I don't know who the freak their corners are. I straight up don't. Can you name a Chargers corner?
I cannot. But that's
That's an
from
issue.
me not knowing ball.
Cam Hart, Dante Jackson, Deontay Leonard. Yeah, no, I don't know these motherfuckers. I know Derwin James. He's a safety.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, I guess with Odafe Owegon, they desperately need edge. They're a
They
trade
also
up
need to.
candidate, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah.
But TJ Parker's available for them.
They low key need to get rid of Khalil Mack too.
Yeah. But we just said there's no like big linebackers, big name linebackers
Yeah.
around here.
True. True.
You don't reach for Jacob Rodriguez.
No, you don't.
I say Terrell.
Yeah, I'm cool with it. We like their tight end room, right?
Philly.
Oh fuck.
Oh
We did
shoot,
it.
dude, they could.
We did it. We did it.
Sadiq fell to Philly again.
Yeah. Yeah. Damn it. They
We
wouldn't
had them
pass him up.
taking Peter Woods last time. They
Yeah,
wouldn't
because
pass him
Sadiq.
up at all, huh?
No, not especially with Goddard only coming back for 1 year.
Then you could have Goddard teach Sadiq and
Damn
play
it,
depth.
bro.
It just makes too much sense. How he does his thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. The Cleveland Browns.
Well, I had them. I had them taking Ione here, but
Oh
Proctor is
wow.
probably the best choice here.
I had Caleb Lomu. I had him
So,
dropping a little bit. Proctor, I had going to Houston later on,
okay.
but I'm cool with repping him now. Best
Yeah.
offensive tackle available.
Well, hold on before you. Oh.
My bad. I think I can undo it. No, I can't. Sorry.
No, I don't think so. Scroll back up to their
What were
their
you gonna say?
six. We had them take Tate, right?
Carnell
Yeah.
Tate.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. Cool. I'm alright with that then.
Duh Bears.
The Bears.
You had them trading down. I have
I
them
did.
taking Peter Woods.
Peter Woods. Okay. Um. Yeah, I had him go to Baltimore, which we stuck with him going to Baltimore, right?
Who?
Uh, Peter Woods. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Oh
So
yeah,
in
yeah.
in my trade down situation, I had obviously the Bears moved up to 21 and took McDonald. Um, the then 25th pick would go to the Steelers, and I had them taking Emmanuel McNeil Warren.
Oh, okay, they do need safety help. The Chargers are like Team Instinct on Pogo. Wrong and a disgrace. Okay. You
Wow.
got that's. Are
I
you
mean,
a Chiefs or Broncos fan?
she's a Cowboys fan? Question mark.
Yo, represent.
Get that shirt
Um,
out of here. I don't want to see it.
with DJ Moore going to Buffalo, you could see maybe Makai Lemon. I'm surprised he's still here.
Yeah, I could. That'd be a nasty pairing, Lemon and Romeo, Roma Dunze.
Odunze, Lemon, Luther, Burden. But you already
That
do
ain't
kind
too
of have a
bad.
1-2 punch with Burden. Who? No, wait. Who did I have? They definitely lost some people in free agency on their defense. They're gonna plug holes, I think. I had them taking Peter Woods. Who'd you have? Sorry.
Well, I had them trade down here, but I don't hate
Oh right.
Warren here. If I'm being honest,
I was I like Caden McDonald, McNeil Warren, the safety.
38.
Did I not? Oh, I had Minnesota taking him at 18. I wouldn't hate ripping that. That'd be awesome. You want
Yeah,
to do that?
yeah, absolutely. I
Yeah,
can't believe
dude, he'd
I
be.
pulled you off the trenches there.
A. Well, they lost freaking. No, wait. They made so many moves. I don't remember. Let's just move on. The Bills.
The Bills. I have Zion Young. I think edge is the biggest thing
Is
that
it?
they need.
It is. I pivoted. What did we
Okay.
take last time? Who did the Bills take last? Caden McDonald, who is
McDonald.
still available and still really top prospect. Honestly,
Sure. Sure. I'm totally fine with that. I mean, that defense needs to be better and better tomorrow.
I will say this: you've got an MVP caliber top two quarterback in the league, who I believe to be the top one quarterback in the league, and you just got DJ Moore. Is it enough? I love DJ Moore. I know um what's it called? What's it called whenever you I can't even think of the damn word. Advocated, damn it. I
Okay.
advocated for let's just go with your pick. I can't even think right now. I'm sorry.
Well, I could totally see Lemon here. I could
Yeah,
definitely
Makai
see Lemon
Lemon.
here.
That's what I wanted to get to. Is wide receiver Denzel Boston is who I had them taking because Makai Lemon was already gone.
Right.
Um,
I think
but we could go
they
take.
address it
What do you think?
in the second. I think they address it in the second round. Um,
Yeah,
yeah, I think you take a Caden McDonald if he's there because to me that defense is the worst part of that team right now.
absolutely. And they're are they re-signing Joey Bosa or not?
No, I don't think so.
San Fran.
This is an interesting situation. I don't really see an offensive lineman here. I had them taking Proctor here. Obviously, he went sooner. I don't really think you move up for anybody. So what do you do?
I had them taking offensive
Cisse?
line.
Who do you have them taking?
Max Ianacre.
Interesting.
He's a little low
Hmm.
on here. He's at 35. You're picking at 27. I don't think it's a huge reach. I think he is up there with Proctor. I think either of them
Okay.
could go in front of the other. Um, and with the Trent Williams thing, if it's not this season, it's sometime soon. You need to be
Yep.
thinking about that replacement. And I think you could definitely take a Maxi and Acre and have him learn under Trent Williams.
Yeah. I like that a lot better. Honestly, I was gonna say you
Yeah.
take like a Colton Hood maybe to hit in the backfield, but I still think it's a little early for Colton Hood.
Yeah, his injuries scare me. Him and McCoy.
You know.
Niners, Niners, Niners. Oh, you need a cornerback. Diamador Lenore. That's a fucking name that I haven't heard in a million.
Eli Apple
Mikael
is their
Williams.
third, bro. Eli Apple. They're
Look at
taking
their
corner.
look at their linebacker core. Look at their linebacker core, Loki.
Yeah.
Look at all those
Yep.
Qs. It's crazy. Yeah,
The guy they traded
they
with
need a secondary.
for. Do you think You think Odigizua is going to be good with them?
Yeah, yeah. I'm so
Yeah.
mad that we let him go. I'm so mad that we let him go.
To
Secondary or O
Sanford?
line, I could see Blake
Give
Miller.
me. Oh, God, dude. I really like your point about the O line and the pick you made. But God, after seeing that QB room, I think you're taking QB room, that corner room. I think you're taking corner.
You want to
Who's
go Colton Hood?
available?
I don't hate it.
Let me see
Colton
who's
Hood is
available. Because I don't like it. I don't like it.
Brandon Cisse, Colton
I'd
Hood.
take Cisse before I took Hood.
Having
TJ
Odigizua.
Parker's.
Wait a minute. I didn't even see. Oh, Bosa. They have him as linebacker.
Mm,
That's interesting. So yeah, having Odigizua, T.J. Parker, Bosa after the quarterback could be interesting. Your boy Malachi Lawrence could go. They have linebackers.
yeah. I think the pick is Cisse, bro.
I like it. I like it. Cisse, you are a Niner.
Cool, cool.
Okay, my Houston Texan Mike, if you're still watching, chime in, buddy. I had them taking Caden McDonald, who is now gone to the Bills. Who you got?
You ready for this?
Oh, no, my bad. I said Caden Proctor, who's now gone
Caden
to
Proctor.
the Browns. My apologies. They don't need defensive help.
I have them taking Sam Roush.
Sam Roush. Is that a? Is he a edge? No wait.
Tight end. He's the one from
No
Stanford.
way. No way. I'll have him take Stowers if there's. I don't. One. I don't think. Who the fuck is Oscar Delp? I haven't even seen that name.
Do they not even
Sam
have Roush
Roush.
on there? What? Oh no, there he is. They have him knocked all the way to 160, bro. No way. He's
I was about to say I
filthy,
have
dude.
Eli Stout. If there's a second tight end going, I have it being Eli Stowers. These other ones
Wow.
aren't even on my radar.
I can't believe they put Roush all the way down there, dude. That's crazy work to me. I thought he looked amazing.
What's funny is I actually have written under this. I have could take Eli Stowers, um, but the pick I had was Proctor O line.
Well, shit. All right. I mean,
Ian Akers still available. Blake Miller. What are you thinking?
mm, have him take O line. Take Ian Aker. I can't. I'm so blown away right now. I can't believe they put Sam Roush that low.
That's so funny. He had a good combine, huh?
He did. He had a
He's
really
one.
good combine.
He's one of the tight ends. The name was familiar. The Chiefs
God.
with their Rams pick that they get back from the Rams. Um, who do we have them taken earlier?
We had them take O line. I think.
Spencer Fano.
Yep. 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 Yep.
O
Yes, sir.
line.
Yes,
They
sir.
do need secondary help. Is this a Colton Hood landing spot just like last time?
I think that. No, there's no other middle linebacker worth taking there. Yeah,
Mm-mm.
I'd say Colton Hood.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Slim,
I had
slim
them.
pickings at the end.
Wait, no.
Oh, what?
Hold on. Scroll up real quick. Scroll up. We haven't taken McCoy yet.
Yeah, he went to the
Jet,
Jets.
yeah, okay, 16, 16. Okay, cool, cool. I feel better then. Because that's who I had them taking in my draft.
The next is the Dolphins. We had them taking
You're gonna
Jordan
hate this.
Tyson.
Yeah, you're
Hold
gonna
on, we
hate
had them
this.
taking Jordan Tyson. I did not have a pick ready, so who do you got?
Makai Lemon.
Oh
I
my
have them
god.
double dipping on receiver.
They fucking need it. Would you
Mm-hmm.
judge them? Look who's at the top of this. It's three receivers.
Any of those three, I would take in this position. We don't
Amazing
know
team
about
for us to pull
Tyreek.
up the depth chart.
You just traded Waddle. It makes sense to me.
Malik Willis, Devon Achane, Malik Washington is your one. Jalen Tolbert, Tutu Atwell, Greg Dolchich. You don't even
Yeah.
have freaking. You don't even have Darren Waller anymore. Um, Bunch of no names in Austin Jackson on this O line. Chop Robinson is a healthy scratch. Jordan Phillips is a name that I barely remember. Uche is a name I barely
OJ.
remember. Decent linebackers, I will
Jordan
say.
Brooks. Jordan Brooks was getting some attention this offseason.
They need a corner. Oh my god. There's no good
There's
corners
nobody
available either.
here, dude.
You don't take pawns.
Mm-mm.
The best defensive player is
BPA,
Kristen
bro.
Miller. TJ Parker is
BPA.
available. You want to double?
Okay.
Fuck it. We'll double dip at receiver.
I mean, BPA is my opinion.
Fuck it.
I can't believe that.
I
That's
I will
crazy work.
say I was. It's crazy we didn't have anyone else really taking receiver.
Mm-hmm.
The last receiver taken was it number 11, Jordan Tyson?
Wow. I mean, no, Sadiq's
Oh, we fucked up. Yeah, we
title.
totally just underrated receivers
That's
like crazy.
crazy. Oh no. I gotta refresh. Hold on.
All right. If you're watching, this is a good time for me to point out that we do this for your pleasure, for free. If you'd like to help support us, like, subscribe, everything you see from us on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. There's another one in there somewhere. I don't know. We're also streaming on Riverside now, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, pretty much everywhere. Um, we just like talking football. Hey, DJ's back, just in time for me to do the promo. Is he back yet? Hey,
Follow on all those socials. Facebook, Twitter. Not Twitter.
dude, you got off. I did the promo. You got right back on. That was like crazy timing.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Okay.
The Patriots, the New England Patriots.
So, me personally, I had them taking. Where is he? Where'd it go? I lost it. I had them taking Casey Concepcion here, but I think. Actually, you know what? I think I stick with that. I'm cool with that.
Really?
Yeah.
I think
I mean,
they need. Go on.
well, I was gonna say I think it's a toss up between Omar Cooper Jr. and Casey, but I don't mind giving it to Casey here.
I think they need edge help. They
Sure.
just got Romeo Dobbs, and I think other than O line, that's one thing they struggled with against a lot of teams in the playoffs was like they had a really potent like secondary, but their edge rushing help could use some work. Last time we had them taking Malachi Lawrence, who I
He's
think is
off the
still
board.
available. Oh, he is. Who did he go
I
to?
believe so.
No,
Am I
dude, I
wrong?
think he's still available. No, he's right there.
Yep. There he is. I don't know if we want to lock
I
that in.
liked I liked R. Mason Thomas, um, who looks like he may. Yeah, he fell to number 72 in here. Do you want to just go back to Malachi Lawrence? I do think that edge is probably their biggest need.
Yeah, yeah, I'm cool with that.
Yeah. And then I hate to be. I swear I did try. I did look at these. I just didn't feel like changing them. I still have Seattle taking Zion Young. Last time
Zion.
we had him taking Brandon Cisse.
In my draft, I had Avion Terrell dropping. Um,
Yes, if he's available.
uh,
Sorry.
edge or corner, I think, is the biggest need here.
The biggest. Oh, T.J. Parker is still available on this board.
I don't mind him sneaking in. That doesn't hurt my feelings at all. I wouldn't mind a Christian Miller here either. But I don't think D line is really what they need. I think that D line's fine.
Here, they had a lot of moves. Let's take a quick look at them.
Sure.
Super Bowl champs deserve us to at least look into their depth chart. Um, okay, we've got Sam Darnold, Zach Charbonnet, Jason Cooper Cup, Rashid, one of the best receiver corps in the league. AJ
Mm-hmm.
Barner. This could be an Eli Stowers pick. I
Yeah.
kind of like earlier with what was the other tight end?
Oh, what was his name? I just saw it.
Whatever.
From Stanford.
Just like earlier, like
uh,
whenever,
Sam Roush. Sam Roush.
yeah, I think that AJ Barner could be a really good two. He's a really good one, and he's definitely young and up and coming. But you really get a powerhouse on that offense. It could be awesome for Sam and that protection with the blocking.
Sure.
But if you look at Leonard Williams, he's kind of old. Byron Murphy, he was kind of killing it, but I don't mind some depth there at the edge position. Demarcus
Sure.
Lawrence is a beast. Ernest Jones, they're gonna play those middle spots that could rotate up to the edge. With them losing Reek Woolen and Kobe Durant, I could see maybe cornerback. I mean, you still have
I just
Josh
don't.
Jobe,
I don't
Julian
think the
Love.
value's here with what's left, dude. I really don't.
Yeah,
The value just
there's
isn't
not
there.
really a unless Avion Terrell does fall, but I don't. I'm not as high on D'Angelo Ponce. I guess. What are you thinking? Kristen Miller or like T.J. Parker or Zion
Give
Young? Because
me.
I have them taking Zion Young.
Didn't we have Zion to them? No, I think we swapped it. I think it was Lawrence to Seattle and then uh, Young to the Patriots in
Hmm.
our last mock draft. So why don't we take DT here just to change it up a little bit?
Bet.
Give me Miller.
All right.
There you have it. Let's
Let's
get
see.
this up
Wait,
so I
where's
can
that?
grab
Where's
a
that?
picture of it. It should be off to the left. Yeah. Results. It's blocked off, but it's on the left side there.
Why is
Go
it
up.
blocked off?
I don't know. It did it for me too. You see dashboard? It's right next to it.
Dude, do I not know how to use the freaking computer?
No, because it did it for me too for some reason. Go back to the extended view. There you go.
Oh,
Full results. There you go. Get that nice and big for me. Pause.
oh, god damn.
There it is. There it is. Nice. Nice.
All right. So we've got. Hold on.
Remember what he said
Sorry,
with
I
the
lost.
socials? Like, comment, subscribe.
Quick
Oh
rundown on
no.
this one. We've got Fernando Mendoza. Our first three just stayed the same, basically. Ooh,
Yeah.
let's see
Yeah.
if I can do this. Sorry. Got
Yeah, you're
distracted.
good, bro.
I'm just going to put them next to each other. So our first three staying the same. Mendoza, Reese, and Bailey. 1, 2, and 3. Draft starts at 4.
Yep. Yep.
I have
I don't think that
Styles,
locked
or we have
into.
Styles. Yeah, right. We have Styles jumping 1 point, and Malagoa jumping a few points as well.
Yep.
Receiver. What I don't know. What's your favorite pick in here that you think maybe you weren't thinking of before, but now you're looking at it like fuck it.
C.J. Allen to the Rams. I really
Really?
like that. I really like that. Um, I think that just shores up that defense even more. I mean, we all know defense wins championships, so I think the one problem the Rams had last year is that they let teams get too close, and one of them eventually bit them hard enough to knock them out. So I think you go and do everything. I mean, they've already got the corners in place. Go shore up the middle and run it back.
Few names that are really standing out to me. Um, Cowboys with Akeem Mesidor.
Yeah,
I wouldn't necessarily go edge, but if that's how the board falls, would not hate a Mesidor on my team. Tone setter, for sure. Avion Terrell to the Chargers. We kind of looked over their corner room. Um, Definitely needed some help, and Terrell I think is top 20. I would like the if I remembered Terrell was there, we should have took the went with the Cowboys. And then one that's really standing out to me, Emmanuel McNeil Warren to the Bears.
yeah,
I think Ben Johnson works best when he doesn't have to worry about the defense, and I think
yeah.
with all the losses they got, Jaquan Brisker's gone. Putting someone in the middle of that defense is saying, you know, fucking do your work, and Caleb's gonna get better, and you will have the opportunity to replace Kevin Byard's production, who just led the league in
Yep.
interceptions, and we need a guy that's going to be able to carry that workload. And you're a young rookie that's athletic. I like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah,
Um,
I agree.
so yeah, if there's a safety, Thieneman and Downs will be gone. But if McNeil Warren is still there, I like it.
I low key like Downs to the Bengals. I think that's actually such a solid pick. I just don't think he makes it
Yeah,
that far. I mean, obviously he did
I
in this,
think
but
I think the Downs hype. He was projected top 10 easy. I think
yeah,
at the very beginning of the offseason. And maybe I'm falling for propaganda or something, or one of these smoke screens. But I just feel like other players are being pushed to the front, and I feel like by default it's pushing Downs down.
down.
Um, yeah, we've seen Sonny Styles fucking shoot up boards. We've
Yeah,
seen Jeremiah Love shoot up boards. Um,
I
Arvo
mean
Reese,
both.
Malagoa.
Yeah, yeah. I was just saying that both are right there, and you continue, dude. Like it's
Yeah,
shifting a lot
and
already.
it's getting to be a really stacked top 10, and so that's why.
Yep.
Although I'm sad that it felt like for a minute there we were gonna get Sonny Styles because everybody was mocking him to us. Then the combine happens. Now I feel like there's not a chance in hell we're getting Styles. If with players like that being pushed up, we could have a freak player like even Mansour Delane's shooting up boards. We could have a Caleb
Yeah,
Downs fall to us. That
I
would be
would be
insane. I would
sick.
love. him and Jalen Thompson, bro.
I
Let's
would be
go.
sick, bro. Sick. I don't even want Mansour Delane to drop y'all.
it's it could either this first like 10 gets really packed with some really good players and we're left with slim pickings in that
Hmm.
middle of the pack like kind of group,
Pickens.
or yeah, right, or one or two of those of them are going to reach on a player that may not be worth it, and we're going to have someone fall in our lap that is going to be a
Yeah,
really good talent that Jerry's going to sniff out. um,
yeah. No, I don't hate that. I mean, look, you had, let's see, just even after Mansour Delane fell to you, Thieneman's there, McCoy is still there. Who else? Messidor, you guys ended up taking again. Avion Terrell's still there. Kenyon Sadiq is still there. Emmanuel McNeil Warren is still there.
yeah,
These are all top 50 players that could go at any moment to you guys, and that's instantly gonna raise that room.
yeah. Are there any players that you think could from the second round that could seep into the first round? Any players not on here that you're looking at like I could see you making a run?
Ty Simpson,
Ty Simpson.
Sam
I
Roush.
again, if someone wants to trade up for him to get that fifth year option with him, I get it. I
Exactly.
just don't
See,
think it's
that's
a.
something we didn't talk about when we did it. That's a big deal, bro. That 5th year option is massive at quarterback.
I just don't think it's a big quarterback heavy draft.
Delane to did that just say Delane to the Chiefs, bro? Sadiq to the Rams. Oh, I know you're sick to your stomach.
I saw Delane to the Chiefs. I almost put that because they just sold off both their corners, dude.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
actually who I did have. That's who I did have
yeah.
on mine. They sold off both their corners. You take the best one in the draft that's been sliding up boards. I'm so sick to my stomach that the Cowboys are probably gonna miss Delane, but
Well, you
we
guys could
chose
move
him
up
for a
for him.
reason. We do have the
Who?
20th pick.
What would you like? Pull up the draft board and tell me where you would jump
For who? Mensa or
for
Delane?
Delane. The Saints maybe at
No
8.
further than 10. No,
Really?
no. Here's the thing. If he goes at 9, I'm scared of what that would cost us.
Mm-hmm.
And I like that we do have a lot of throws at the dartboard. Our defense was ass. We really need a lot of throws at the dartboard. I think if Kansas City kind of shocks us and doesn't take Delane, and we know there's two defense heavy people in front of us, both of which are super willing to make trades,
Mm-hmm.
then I think it wouldn't cost too much to just switch a pick, throw a fourth or a fifth, and get yourself a Mansour Delane or a Caleb Downs, depending on
Sure,
how it
sure.
falls. One or two picks max with that 12. Now with the 20, I'd like to see the opposite. If anything, trade back. Let's get a second rounder. It really seems like there's a drop off around 12 to 15 here as far as talent goes. I'm sorry. They're just, and we have the 20th pick. So if we need linebacker, if we're in a situation where we're looking like Akeem Mesidor is the best player, trade back to the second round if you can. If there's people willing to trade, get yourself with Jacob Rodriguez at linebacker, second round talent.
I
That's what I
would
think.
like to see you incorporate that in the next draft. I don't know if we're actually gonna do two or not, but I would like to see
Yeah.
what you do trade wise there.
There's a I forgot what it's called, but there's a trade like graph where you can actually see what picks are worth. So
Yeah, it
I'll
was
work on that.
something that what's his name from the Cowboys uh, came up with. Well, he didn't come up with it, but he utilized it. What was the coach's name? Um, Jimmy Johnson, I think maybe.
Jimmy Johnson's what is it? Yeah,
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
exactly what I'm talking about.
I
So
do, I do.
we'll do trades next time.
Oh yeah.
That's good. All right, man. Before we sign off, what are your thoughts on this upcoming draft about the NFL in general?
I think things are getting pretty chaotic pretty quickly. Um, I think this ref lockout might hit us a little harder than I think. I'm being honest with
Ref lockout. Sorry, you froze up there.
you. Oh, my bad, my bad. Um, I think it's going to be a heavier blow than I think most people realize. Um, I don't think it will be as bad as 2012, but uh, I, I I don't know. I think it's going to be a very difficult situation. As far as the draft goes, I think you're right. I think the
Okay.
top ten's filling up very quick.
All right, man. Well, I think I'm gonna call it for tonight, dude. This was super fun.
Oh yeah.
What do we have for next week? Because in 2 weeks we're doing our final mock draft the week before the actual NFL draft. Um,
God, dude, that's
so
in
next
what
week we'll try to
3 weeks? The draft is in 3 weeks.
3 weeks, yeah, yeah,
Holy shit!
and we will be doing our best to stream it live on TikTok, probably. What are you thinking? Or on Riverside or YouTube?
I'm thinking nothing late in wait yet, but I think we try to get together for it.
Get together for it.
Yeah.
It's a Wednesday night, man. Here, we'll talk about this offline.
Ooh, it is a Wednesday.
Um,
All right, all right. We've been the Extra Point podcast. You've been
um,
extra pointed.
y'all have a good night. Follow us on all the socials. This has been Aaron. That has been DJ.